The only reason is to win. And they will do everything in order to win. Finally, I'll end this with the double standards that we need to understand as women and anybody who is working around women's transformation. And I'm happy that this room has enough examples of women who have dared to run. So, I know when you talk about, and this election has shown us that we are increasing the number of women. There are still exemptions. Counties that didn't elect women, MCAs, criminal enterprises. Those ones should be locked in something and dropped in the middle of the ocean. Now that's the reality. Now, if whenever we raise the question about elect a woman, for whatever reason, patriarchy's standard response is usually that it's not just to elect women, but we must elect quality women who stand for something. And so it's not just women. You've had that conversation. I think given the experience of the gender do-that shenanigans the last 10 years, women must be angry enough to say, we just want to elect any woman. Let's elect anybody and anything. If it's a woman, then the conversation about quality comes at a national level where it's collective quality across leadership. So quality cannot be a marker only when we are talking about empowerment, increasing the number of women in representation. Let's make quality and delivery a national leadership conversation, not a gendered or something confined to women only. So we must unapologetically make 2027 an experimental ground for what I would call righteous madness. Elect women, yes, elect women, whether they are women of blue, red, irrespective of political parties. Women show up. Just if you are those who are guided to run, just go to that place and say, assisted voters, how many women are here? It doesn't matter. Why? Because too long we have waited for a sanitized, clean politics. Women had the greatest gain in this constitution of Kenya 2010, and then they went to sleep. And so the reversals are coming home to bite us. I think we have to commit to raising the number of women for whatever reason in this country and elect them wherever they show up, irrespective of whether they are political, whether they are murderers, because none of that we haven't seen in the main form will continue to dominate our politics. And if we don't do it, we will have ourselves to blame. I will tell you that there's no political will to make gender do that, which is a very small thing. Actually, it was the minimum the Constitution said. In Kenya, our vision is actually gender 50-50. That is our commitment at policy levels and our Kenya party. 2/3 was really the bare minimum, which we have violated. You can say citizens didn't elect more women, fine. The executive has the prerogative of appointment. How many women? This cabinet that ended was a violation. Even this one, if you don't stretch it a little bit with some funny appointments about cabinet level women appointments, it is a violation. Yeah. Ambassadors and foreign service, women in boards and parastatals. Where are those people? What is the audit of women in government? Because the president has the sole prerogative to appoint. Forget if citizens did not vote for women. Are we holding each other accountable to those standards? Finally, I would end by saying, I know this is politically incorrect. You women are mobilizing for everybody because it's a job and you are proud to do it because you're bringing something to the table. I don't think you are bound by political parties, right? Are you ODM mobilizers or Black Kenya or Jubilee? You just do your job, right? And I want to encourage you to see it as a job legitimate and deserving of respect. It is not about, people will tell you, but last time ulifanyia Olwa, sasa wewe unanga msimamo, sasa umeingia sijui nani. It is a job. You are showing up to bring your expertise, your experience, your understanding of the ground. You need to think about that as we think about formal recognition and stuff. I want to tell you that people show up to be elected for office. We have seen that we have a scarcity or a deficit of values. But I can tell you also pragmatically, as somebody who has helped people win or lose elections, who has worked in campaigns, who has listened to the ground, this country does not suffer from a crisis of leadership. It suffers from a crisis of citizenship. As a strategist, if you came to me and told me you want to run for office, I will go to the ground and I will listen to what the ground wants, which means it's their marking scheme, and I will come and tell you, Mheshimiwa, for you to run, you must have 3 wives in this constituency. For you to win this constituency, you must be XYZ. You must not have maybe done 1 or 2 things, because nobody runs an election to lose. We will transform this country the day citizens show up. The citizens are not innocent. Politicians respond to the marking scheme of the ground. I want to end there, my sister.
Thank you. Conversations like this make you wonder why we don't have enough hours in a day. You are agreeing with me, because we want to continue. But I want to push the panel to just 2 words as you wrap up. What do we need to do as women political mobilizers to be more, what's the word I'm looking for? From all this conversation, more influential in the space. Okay, just 2 things, panel. I know Judy wants to say that, but just 2 things, because we long forgot lunch. Just 2 things. What do we need to do as women political mobilizers to be more influential in the political spectrum?
First, I spoke like a journalist as an editor, so I edited and I went straight to the point, so I was disadvantaged and I realized these others are speech makers. But speaking from my background as a journalist and an expert in the media, and I'm happy that the Association of Media Women in Kenya is here, the next ED, my successor, Patience Nyaga is here, the chair of the board, Dr. Jane is also in the house. And I see a collaboration of where the media and the women in politics, including now the women that we have here, will form a network that we support them, to give them the space, to help build their capacity, teaching them how to utilize the media space, how to document these stories that they're talking about. We've had very moving stories of the political mobilizers, what they have to go through, the suffering that they have to go through. And a lot of people are not aware about that. And I see a collaboration that is going to bring out these stories. Hopefully we can document this through a documentary and even have a media engagement where we can bring them together, say what they like about the media, what they don't like about the media, what the media needs to do, and what the media doesn't like about them, what they need to do. Because I've told you, some media houses have complained that when they have slots, women do not show up. And when they show up, I can tell you, I went into a show with one of them, and she started by saying, I am not used to speaking in public, so forgive me. This is what went out in the public. So I think we need to build the skills of these women. We show them public speaking, personal branding, personal packaging, and we have experts in the media. I know Celia is somewhere there. She's very good with building the image and the branding part of it, and building the confidence to believe in them, because they have power that those politicians they mobilize for do not have. The power of influence should give you the confidence to talk with confidence and claim your space. And another thing that is lacking is holding women to account. Yes, they have taken these positions, but are we just ticking the box that they have taken this space? How are we holding them to account? Because if we elect them and we are not also showing what they are doing, or we are not encouraging them, or we are not walking the path with them, we are not calling them to say we are not happy with what you are doing, or even sending Kawira Mwangaza, I come from that county and I'm really sad, sending advisors to talk to how do we handle the husbands and all that. So I think a lot of empowerment is required. Leadership, when they get there, that they're not loners, that they're walking behind.
Thank you, Judy. Thank you very much. Naomi, 2 things. 2 things. It's not working well, but it keeps
going on. I'll say one thing also because I need to leave.
Yes.
In the next 1 minute. So what I think the women political mobilizers need to do is galvanize their power through a collective that will help them bargain more and more powerfully.
Right. Same point from Judy about just coming together to galvanize. Michael, do you want to wrap for us? What is that one thing? For you, I'll give you one thing. You've given us many thoughts. One thing that you think women political mobilizers need to do.
because you have gagged me and I'd written 3, so I'm going to do a quick one. 1, organize, don't agonize, or don't over-agonize. Organize yourself in whichever formation. You know, just be organized. 2, develop cautious relationships with political parties. Cautious relationship with political parties. There are women's league in political parties. It would be multiple of them, different people sharing information and also bargaining chip. We are in the process of reviving our NAC Kenya Women's League, for example, and every political party has those kind of platforms. So develop cautious relationship with political parties. The 3rd and final, because patriarchy is global, sisterhood also is global. Love one another. Irrespective of whether you mobilize for different people, just understand politicians go give high five to each other after they've insulted each other in the podiums and they share the spoils. Don't take it too personal. Love one another, watch out for one another. If you know someone is planning to harm a colleague, please just be a sister's keeper. I cannot emphasize that enough. Politics is brutal, brutal, brutal. And sometimes you just appreciate having someone say, hey, don't go for that rally. I can't explain. Love one another. Thank you.
Thank you. African women need to know that it's okay for them to be the way they are. To see the way they are as a source of strength and to be liberated from fear and from silence. To these bodies that know no gravity, fists that keep rising and rising, to these hearts that have defied brokenness and souls that refuse to rest. This task that can never be quenched, this is to us, to our mothers, to their mothers, to their mothers' mothers, to the mothers before their mothers, to the wombs that bore this soil. The blood that has blessed us into being, the sea of life that can never be dried up. For mother, carry me, your child I will always be. Mother, carry me back to the sea. Behold, Africa's goddesses. I take a bath in the blood of all the women who walked before me. I worship at the feet of all the queens who stood on this very ground before me. My loyalty is with the black women on whose shoulders that I stand on, the black queens in whose sacrifices I live in, the black goddesses who have molded this space into being, for in their voices I found mine, because if I look fierce, it is because of the lionesses who run before me. These names that years have swallowed whole, I call unto you, rise. Faces that have been locked out of books and memories, I call unto you, rise. Wombs that bore the roots that can never be traced to them, rise. Daughters of Nile, queens of the Sahara, goddesses of all that is strong and gentle, rise, and rise into the heavens above. Mekatilili Wamenza, the resistance of all that is against our being, break forth from this soil, rise. Nehanda, O beautiful goddess of the south, let your spirit spark this revolution into being. Rise. Bititi, rise. Budesha Rawi, rise. Teresa Sitabela, rise. Marvel Dabdankur, strong woman of Africa, rise. Miriam Makeba, a goddess of all that is musical and beautiful, chant us forth, rise. Sing to us songs of victory. Let us stand as a witness that this day we crown you queen. Rise. Funmilayo Kuti, mother of the West, these broken bones can never kill our spirits. Rise. Queen Amina, yes, warrior queen, rise. Winnie Madikizela, revolutions upon of your unwavering voice, rise. Queen Nyabingi, may death meet all our oppressors in our time, rise. Queen Jigambadi, oh great warrior of the Angola people, rise into our bosoms, rise. These names stuck at the back of our throats like pieces of unwanted bread. These faces we've been taught to forget. The world has buried you in the very earth you bore. This continent you needed into being has taught itself how to forget you, how to erase you. So this is my call unto you. Rise into your thrones. Guide us, dear Sylvie Kinigi, Rose Francine, Joyce Bandel. Show us how to do this, Amina Gurib Fakim, Soreti Kadir, or descendants of Queen Sheba, or the daughters of Nefertiti teachers, teach us the fierceness of the Omi of Dahomey, minds defenders of what is right and just. May our hearts be filled with the courage of the Ogunde, the fearlessness of Rosemary Nanjiru, consistency of Mudhoni Wakerema, the boldness of Aline Sitowe, the woman who was more than a man, for here we held in the space by the goddesses who blessed this fight before us for a better tomorrow, Dorie Sherik, Wangare Madai, Unity Dam of 1956, Orierogo Manduli, Wamboi, Martha Karua, Toki Wainaina, Luanga, Gladys Mutukwa, Sarah Longwe, Winnie Bianyima, oh beautiful Eda Veshukia, Allah Salah, the great Kandaka, Leima Gowi, for bringing the devil back to hell. For all these years and keeping us going, we lay our hearts down for the becoming of us religious. Through your voices of fire, oh great women of Alkebulan, here we are, uniting the voices of all of us who are here, those who've been here, and those who will be here. For with great strength, we have picked your mantle, that as you get elevated into your rightful places, you will also be lifted into your rightful spaces. We call on your names. We call on your sacred spirits of strength, courage, truth, and fearlessness. For now, you can call me by my name, and I am ready to roll. Once the rules remain the same, and our story's been told. Call me anytime, never come out. This lioness is on the rise, and don't you ever have doubt. For this is not just history, this is our story. Woo!
Thank you, Sissy and Rabian. Thank you very much. Forcing us into consciousness that we should have. Always. Thank you.
Habari zenu? Sisi mwogoga ni maskini. So, yeah, I'm about to mobilizing the grassroots. True. I'm part of it. First of all, let's tunapeleka nyumbani. Mambo tujipackage. Mambo tujipackage. It doesn't matter the kind of work that you're doing. When apply tujipackage, sio?
Kujipanga vile tumeambiwa hapa kwa mafunzo ya leo. Kwanza leo ni kwanza hakuna kubaki nyuma, ni kujituma. Ni kujituma. Uoga yote inabaki nyuma.
I'm very happy to be here. What I'll say is this. The law is there to protect us. And today what I've come out with, and I'd like to just urge you work at the grassroots. Please remember that there's no difference between Mama wa Bombay. Let me give you I know you're running out of time. Hakuna tofauti na mama mwenye anaingia politics kama ni mama wa Bombay na mama wa mashinani. The challenges are the same, and that's my challenge to you. Mimi atawambia, I tried to get into LSK politics, LSK leadership. We come at politics like ground. It's a professional body. So you expect that members of an elite profession would watapokelea vitu kama nimesoma wapi, sio? Nimefanya kazi gani? Nimekuwa natafuta nini kwa internet? Naweza kufikiria? Thank you. They were searching on the internet who my husband is. How is that important? Was that what I was offering them? I put myself before them to be in a leadership position. But what were they looking for? Deborah Adjwang, husband. Deborah Anditi, husband. It's still on the internet. Top search, me husband. That is the patriarchy. And the reality is we go through it regardless of whether you are Mama wa Bombay, kama mimi, ama Mama wa Mashinani. So to defeat our elections, I would urge you, let us get rid of the class difference. It is killing us. Nikisimama kuwa leader, support me. Let's not, and that is what men capitalize on. That is what they capitalize on. The differences that we have created, differences and biases that we have created amongst ourselves. That's my challenge today.
Mama, hi. Hi. Mama, hi. Hi. Gentlemen, hi. It has been a beautiful day to just be in this space.
and to be able to say tumeacha lamentation, tumeenda wapi? Us. Na tumesikia mambo. Tumesikia wamama wanapatiwa 2,000, wanaume wanapatiwa pro box. Surely. What I'm taking away is the federation. Tuungane. It doesn't matter whether you are a mobilizer for someone in a different party. Just the same way we were told. Politicians watagombana, watatukanana, wataenda, wacheke, wakae pamoja. Wasaidiane. As wamama, the same thing. Let us get united to deal at the same level. Mtu akikuja aanze kuniongelesha nimwambie nitamobilize. I can do 100 people, I can call 100 women. I will bring this on the table, and this is what I expect. Kuna mtu tulisikia alikuwa ameandika contract. That is the best thing ever, because that is moving to professionalism. Ndio usiambiwe asante sana umenisaidia, shika ngiri.
That is a very important point going forward. That when we meet in January, okay, January tutapatia Badili time wafungue ofisi wakuwe organized. When we meet in February, before February 14th, which is Valentine's, because we want to meet on 15th to write kala yetu vile tunataka kama federation. Kama movement. Hiyo tunakutana February 15th. Tunasaidia Badili na kalenda. February 15th. For women to mobilize us. Ndio maana tunasema shujaa.
Words fail me. I want to say thank you so much. But away from his president, Yani, just help me appreciate Aduma again. Thank you so much for Aduma, please simama tukuone. Simama tukuone. Ni shujaa Aduma ni shujaa. Ni shujaa Aduma ni shujaa. Leo tutaimba tu yetu yote. Wapi? Badili Africa team tusimame tu. Yes. Badili Africa team. Badili Africa. Because I don't want to do like a group shujaa. Kila mtu anakuwa na crown yake, si ndio? Haya, kila mtu asimame. Tunaanza na hapa. Mwenye tu hapo mbele yangu Sonia. Tunaenda kila mtu shujaa yake, si ndio? Kila mtu, because everyone has their own crown, and I want to affirm and say thank you so much. I think I have the best. I have the best team. I don't know where you are, but I have the best team. Aya, ni shujaa na Sonia ni shujaa. Ni shujaa na Sonia wetu ni shujaa. Ni shujaa na Sonia ni shujaa. Ni shujaa na Sonia wetu ni shujaa.
Shujaa.
shujaa, ndio maana tunasema ni shujaa, ndio maana tunasema ni shujaa, ni shujaa na besi we, ni shujaa, ni shujaa na besi wetu, ni shujaa, ndio maana tunasema ni shujaa, ndio maana tunasema ni shujaa. Thank you so much. I don't want to add on to what you've decided, especially on the 3 items, Mildred. I know we're going to have a conversation on this, so I better remember them. Your federation lazima. Tumesema hatuwezi mobilize bila contracts pia, si ndio? Feminism lazima, si ndio? Feminism does not always be stories of patriarchy, right? So without further ado, I'll just have Dennis. Help me appreciate Dennis. Dennis is a he for she. Okay, from Oxfam. You know, when Mildred was saying love comes in different forms, yeah, and Dennis were saying what's up. They had asked you to do your work. You know those ones, Out of the 2 emails, you're like, guys, something needs to you know. But it's because they want to see the work done. Dennis, just a thought or two. And then Robin, and we wrap this up. A thought or two. Will Kista, you're following through. A thought or two about today.
Wow. How are you? Okay, I just want to challenge you guys that what you're planning to do has actually been done somewhere, and you can do it better. If you go, if you Google, there's a lady who was a street vendor in Uganda. And this lady was elected as a councillor. Just by the Chama women that they registered their Chama. And on their own, during the onset of COVID, when schools were closed, she used all her savings to take the children to school, to pay school fees. Then schools were closed. So here she is at home with the same kids, with no food. And there's lockdown, you can't go to the streets, no one is on the streets. Then, during this period, the women came to her, and there was elections coming up in Uganda. They told her, you've been coming to support us when we were arrested by Kanjo in Uganda, the KCC. You've been coming to support us. Every time that we are arrested, you come to support us. There's something about you. We want you to vie. And she didn't even know. It's not something that had crossed her mind ever before. But the women told her, we are the ones telling you to vie. We are the ones who are going to campaign for you. We are the ones who are going to vote for you. And that's how she was elected, a councillor. And right now she's back doing amazing work with the groups that she used to work with, the Chama groups. So I just want to challenge you that what you're planning to do has been done somewhere, and you can do it bigger. That's my word for you today.
Ni shujaa na Dennis we, ni shujaa, ni shujaa na Dennis wetu, ni shujaa. Ndio maana tunasema ni shujaa, ndio maana tunasema ni shujaa. So wale mmesimama mnasimama 2027 lazima, sio? We have to challenge ourselves. So Wanjiru, I think Wanjiru has left. Sio? Wanjiru Ruhi has left. So the team behind social media, yani, thank you so much. Robin, Aparo too, social media. Making sure the message is out. The hashtag imekwa Women Kingmakers. Please follow the hashtag. Amazing content going out. Fill in as we are leaving this place. Put your last thoughts and our commitments. Robin.
Good evening, guys.
Good evening, Pravin.
Good evening once again.
Good evening, Pravin.
Okay. I'm so glad that. Okay. I'm glad to be here today, and it was a pleasure actually to interact with what you guys have been doing behind the scenes, and also it's good to see that the study is out. And what made me more excited is to see how Badili has been able to impact what they have been doing to the society and the community at large. I've been with Badili, or rather I've been part of the Badili community for quite a while. and it's just good to see how what they have been doing has really impacted a lot, especially if you look at what the support that Dina got in president. It was thanks to Badili that was able to go through. And I'm just hopeful that come 2027, those who will be vying will also be getting too much support from all of us that are in here, so that at least we can have many women in the political field to be able to push more of the women agendas out there. I believe that if you are able to put more women in the political field, they'll be able to know and push your agendas so that much can be done for the women, because there's a lot that women face in the community today, especially in Kenya. So it would be good to have more women in the political spaces so that at least they can push some of the changes that are needed out there. So what I can say is I'm looking forward to see the launch of this study and how it will go from there. But I'm just happy that this was able to get here. Thank you.
Ni shujaa na bravine, ni shujaa, ni shujaa na bravi wetu, ni shujaa. Ndio maana tunasema ni shujaa, ndio maana tunasema ni shujaa. Haya, wakista tumalizie. Tumalizie. Mwanzo kabla kusikia sauti yake, si ndio? Unasikia mnamshikia pale behind the scenes kabisa. Kuna kazi ile na kasafi sana. Na napenda hii kazi hapa. Who likes this work? Haya, basi tucelebrate tu kisa hapa, si ndio? Haya.
Kuna wakati nilikuwa wodi nikaambiwa mama anapenda kuimba. Tumeimba. I think for each person, we really feel appreciated, asante. And I just want to buttress, kila mtu amesema, the power of women is very, very great. Zile votes tulipata, tukupata votes za youth, tulipata votes za kina mama. So hii movement ambayo tumesema tunatengeneza, let us have it clear in our hearts and let us be serious about movement building for women. Because that is the next force. That is the force that we need to create the change. Nakumbuka wao walisema hatuna shida ya leadership, tuko na problem ya citizenship. Kwa hivyo if a mama can be on the fore, kwa hiyo to solve that problem of citizenship, then we can go very, very far. So I'm urging us all to take very seriously the power that we have within and without us as women. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Ceci and Radiant. Simameni tu tuwaklapie tu. Yani? Yes. Simameni tu tuwaklapie. Yeah. Ni shujaa, the Bambi's way. Ni shujaa. Ni shujaa, the Bambi's way too. Ni shujaa. Ndio maana tunasema ni shujaa. Ndio maana tunasema ni shujaa. So kwa tunakuja ground yenu, hii mbogi yote by the way, thank you so much. Yani, I'll just go reflecting on the depth of your words today. Thank you so much for gracing this event, and I hope it won't be the last time. So, aya. DJ Shiki kwanza prepare some muziki yetu. Let's appreciate DJ Shiki. DJ Shiki. DJ Shiki. Shiki to appreciate the music because we're about to do our last dance and we go. So you know how we finish Badili Africa's meetings? You know. Badili Africa's meetings. Who's going to help us bust a move today? Because everyone is standing up. Tusimame tu.